Hey everyone, this is Rob Walton with Rob Walton Photography. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're having a great day. I am having an excellent day because today is new lens day. Today is the day that I purchased a Leica 75mm f 1.25 Noctilux. This thing is one of the best lenses ever made. The pictures I've seen that have come out of this thing are absolutely unbelievable, with high contrast, sharpened centers, but just this unbelievable shallow depth of field. And then you also get the compression of a 75mm. I was thinking between the 75mm and the 50 Noctilux, and I already have a 50 Summilux, so I thought having that extra focal length and shallow depth of field would just be an unbelievable thing for like portraits, and generally just to get really kind of dreamy, amazing photos. One of the photographers that really inspired me to get this lens was Phil Penman, who is a New York-based photographer. Some of you guys might know his work. I think he's from London originally. I heard him interviewed on the podcast Prime Lenses, hosted by Ian Farrell. If you haven't checked that podcast out, you really should. He does a lot of great work interviewing different photographers, YouTube, other different inspiring photographers. Great stuff. You should check it out. But he talked about this lens and the amazing kind of interesting things he could get with it. So I researched it. I went to my local Leica store and talked to them about it. They had some really nice sample images of it, and just like the amazing compression combined with the shallow depth of field of the photos that I saw with this thing were just absolutely stunning and unbelievable. And Phil Penman uses it in really artistic ways in a lot of his photography, so you should check that out for sure. But I'm really excited to open this thing up, see what it looks like, and then of course connect it to my camera. I'm going on a family vacation next week out in Kansas with my family, so I'm going to be taking lots of portraits. I'm going to take this with me, take lots of portraits, try to get really artistic looking photos, and hopefully I'll be able to show you some of that later on the channel. But without further ado, let's enjoy the unboxing together. So here is the box that it came with. It's still sealed. Again, I did not get this from the Leica store. They did not have any left, and they told me it would probably be years before they were able to get one. But I was lucky because our local camera store, Ace Photo, in Ashburn, Virginia, they did have one available. Great camera shop. They make an effort to try to get all the high-end stuff, so they had one of these available. I went out there today. So no good household is good without a nice, handy Swiss Army knife, which of course can help you open up packages as well. So here we go. Let's turn this thing up. Oh, first of all, let me show you this. Leica 75mm f 1.25 Noctilux M. And here we go. Okay. Bigger box than any of lens I've ever received before. Here's the outer shell, and then let's bring this guy out. Okay. Okay. And there we go. There we go. All right, there's that. Boom. Okay, so here we go. First up, we have the manual with various instructions, which I probably don't need. Looks very nice foam, extra protection for this bad boy. All right, so here we go. We have pretty robust Leica case. It looks similar to all the other my lens cases, but it is a little bit bigger than the average lens case. There we go. Let's see, what is this? This is the lens front cap. Okay, so we got a front cap here. Let's look at this first. It's a plastic lens cap here. I think it comes with a metal one and a plastic one, but this one might just be more easy to use. I really do like these plastic lens caps. My 50 Summilux has one similar, which is really cool. So let's put that to the side. And then what do we have here? Another Leica leather case. Okay, so this is the tripod mount that you put on the bottom of the lens because it is bulkier than the average Leica lens. So you can screw this thing on with this guy and then mount it to a tripod so that you have a stable tripod mount. That is awesome. All right, and so then we will look at the big kahuna here. Let's see here. Ooh, very nice, robust case. Okay, so we've got this guy. We can just swirl around. Oh, wow. Okay. Let me see if I can get this a better image of there. So there we go. There we have it. This is the Leica 75mm Noctilux. Ooh, this thing is heavy. Way heavier than I have ever experienced in a Leica M lens. Oh my God, look at this thing. Look at this beauty. This is unbelievable. And sure enough, here's the metal cap, which goes on to, and here is the front element. Yeah, see if you can get that light in there. That is gorgeous. And it does have this really cool new lens hood that I love. I think this is the best lens hood for any lens on a Leica. It just stays on all the time. You can move it up and down. It can get out of the way, or you could, it's just the most handy, easy to use, simple lens hood. I find my 50 Summilux has the same thing. So we have aperture all the way from 16 down to 1.25, 75mm, no focus tab. So that is another difference between the 75 Noctilux. I don't believe any of the Noctiluxes actually have a focus tab, but probably wouldn't make sense with such a large lens. So let's take off the back and take a look at the rear element. So there you go, rear element there. Oh, yeah, whoops, sorry. Beautiful. So let's see if I can get a good picture of changing the all the way closed down, and the way I'll use it most of the time, which is wide open. Close down, wide open. Wow. Well, this is just awesome. Just awesome, awesome. What a cool box. Beautiful box. All right, so the next step is to connect it to the camera. I think that's everything in the box. So let's put the box to the side. All right. Now let's take the camera. Undo the cap. All right, let's go for it. Oh, yeah. Oh, satisfying click. There you go. M11-P, Noctilux 75mm. This is absolutely beautiful. It is hefty on this M. Gorgeous. So here it is, M11-P with the 75mm Noctilux. This is one of the most gorgeous lenses I've ever seen. And here I am focusing in on the camera here. Okay, so that is about the right. I've got a 24mm lens on this video camera, and that is about the minimum focus distance, it looks like, which is 2.8 feet away. It's pretty sweet. There it is right there. So let's try 1.25. Okay. Let's take the first picture will be broadcast here on YouTube. Let's make it a good one here. There it is. First picture. Oh my goodness. Holy wow. That is the most beautiful picture of a video camera I have ever seen. That is insane. Look at that shallow depth of field. That is absolutely stunning. Wow. This is at 1.25 aperture, 1/250th of a second, ISO 800. There we go. Check it out again. Right there. Isn't that absolutely stunning? Well, I can't wait to start taking some portraits of my family and then maybe go out on the street. The other thing that I should mention, Ace Photo, I could highly recommend them. Ashburn, Virginia, if you're in the DC area or the Northern Virginia area. I talked to the owner there. I'm not sure what his name is, but he was really nice. I've bought some Hasselblads from him, and I got this lens from him, and he threw in just to be nice a HGX Prime 67mm variable ND filter for this camera. Because one of the things is, if you're going to be shooting this camera wide open on the street during the day, you need an ND filter in order to be able to get that wide open and not overexpose the picture. So this is a variable ND filter that can switch between 1.3 up to 8 stops of light, of blocking light, which again is really necessary for this to do portraits during or to make any photos wide open during the day in sunlight. So I'm really excited to take this thing out, see what we can do with it, and I'll probably be making more videos in the future on what I do with it. So without further ado, I really appreciate you stopping by my channel and taking a look. If you enjoyed this, I make photography videos of traveling and street photography. I also have a website, robwaltonphotography.com. So feel free to take a look at that and message me, comment in the comments. Tell me what your favorite lens is. If you're a Leica user, have you ever used a Noctilux? What was your experience? If not, what is your favorite lens? I would love to hear and get into a conversation. So thanks again. Like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya.